empty.
Boy.
Look at the encampment for the firefighters. They're gone.
Line to get back.
Okay, we're on our way to the pier where it says that that's where we're supposed to check in. Let's see if anybody's out there.
Here, right here.
Oh, there.
Responders.
Only at that
and
spot.
Residents only.
Okay. And so much has opened since we've been here. I think Nobu Malibu opened today. Some bright news. Here we go. Residents to the right. See
Okay.
the little arrow right there?
Pulling it in, okay.
Okay, N95 mask, protective supplies. Cool, that's what we need.
Cool.
Hi.
Hey guys.
We're here for the resident check-in.
Okay, ma'am.
What do you need?
Do you have ID?
Yeah.
There's resources provided at the red tent.
Okay.
And then you'll have a escort straight to your residence.
Perfect. Okay, so here's mine.
A phone bill or something?
Yes.
Like an address?
We also have
No,
DMV.
Pacific Coast Highway. Okay.
Yeah.
This address works.
Thank you, guys. You too. All right, we just checked in. They said that there's some resources available at the red tent ahead. So I guess that's some masks and stuff. That would be nice because we couldn't find any N95 masks. We had a couple, but we've also only been there for like 10 minutes at a time.
I brought my respirator.
Oh, good. I don't know what we're gonna do for little Greta, but we're just waiting in line. And they said that they'll escort us right to our residence, so that's good. I didn't even see how high. I wonder, is that Franklin Fire?
It's the first time I've smelled the ocean since this started.
Me too. I was just about to say this is the first time.
You can actually smell the healing of Mother Ocean, and it's like, it's unbelievable.
It makes me feel so much better. Isn't that weird?
Wow, that's heavy.
That's almost like,
I
I didn't want to say it, but I was like,
I was
what?
looking at that mural right over there at the old Natural Progression. That's where the Natural Progression surf shop used to be upstairs. But that I was looking at that mural and I smelled the ocean right when I looked at that mural, and I went, "Whoa!"
Yeah, that's crazy.
Pretty wild.
Dude, that was weird. It must have hit us at the same time, because I was like, "Whoa!" And now we waited. We didn't want to be here like one of the first few people coming in.
Yeah.
Well, before you pass by me, I just want to make sure you have information. So this is a QR code that takes you to a one-stop shop on website and every helpful organization, agency. If you have questions about water quality, air quality, FEMA, Red Cross, small business, whatever it is,
Got it.
start there, okay? So
Okay.
we'll bookmark it, email it to yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right?
Appreciate
You
it.
guys take care. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for all your hard work.
Thank you.
Dude, how are you, sir?
Some safety stuff really quick.
Sure.
Okay.
So don't drink water in the area. That's number one.
Gotcha.
You can drink bottled water, canned water, all that. Is your house still standing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so just be safe.
Okay, cool.
If you see any fire damage of any kind, please wear the safety equipment we're going to provide. Bodysuits, masks, goggles,
word,
gloves.
thank you, yeah.
Please wear that. It's very important. We also provide some food and water. If you got any questions that QR code can answer, there will be other people up there that can answer questions. Got
That's so
anything
awesome.
for me?
No, thank you, man.
Thank you.
I'm going to place this on your car.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so to tell you what's going on, we're in this little lane of, they've been, one person kind of gave us a little check and asked us, if we still had our place and what was going on. And then the next person gave us a safety check and told us kind of what to prepare for. Don't drink the water. A lot of things just to, when you're going into a zone like this.
They also gave us a QR code with every resource you could
Yes.
ever want available. I tried to record everything I could, but I didn't want to shove a camera in the firefighter's face there. But, so hopefully you heard some of it. I'm not sure, but we'll try to insert what we can.
Yeah, and they gave a great safety briefing and said that, they're going to provide N95s, protective gear, and they said if anything's burned anywhere near where you're going to wear that stuff, which awesome, totally. So yeah, really thorough.
Oh, that's nice. They're providing water because in case you're there, you can't drink anything,
That's true.
That's really awesome.
I don't want to take resources that we don't need, though.
No, I might just take a little bit of water, though, to be fair. All right, they gave us water, and the good part is, too, we can actually give this water to people that need it, too.
Right.
So I'm glad that we at least have that. The food, I don't, especially because it was a sandwich, I don't think we would have been able to keep that long enough, and you know what I mean, like to give it away to somebody. But at least the water, I actually might drink some of the water. It's good to have emergency water. It's not a bad thing. And then before we could say anything, we got some electrolytes, which is great. I think that's helpful too. So we'll definitely keep that. That was kind. But now we're waiting for the PPEs and the protective equipment. We will definitely take that, as you know, our place is in a disaster zone.
There's a lot of detailed information. This is information about the town hall meeting tomorrow.
Oh, great.
This card right there will answer a lot of your questions. If your house was affected, they say that you are covered.
Okay, cool.
Wow. Okay.
We've got 2 sets of masks,
All right.
gloves, and
Okay.
We'll gladly
Thank
accept
you.
that, my friend.
Good.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Your own health while you go through whatever's happening.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for all your work, you guys.
Thank you so much.
We're gonna have sheriff's officers escort you to the checkpoints up ahead.
Okay.
So if you can plug behind the white van.
Yep,
right
and just
down
wait
the
there.
opposite, and then
We'll just follow the train in.
Just follow it in. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Good
you.
luck to both of you. Wish we could
Thank
do a lot more
you.
over
No,
here.
you're doing everything.
We appreciate you. We're grateful.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Yeah, they've helped everybody who have actually lost their place, and we haven't.
Whoa, heavy loader.
Yeah, they're cleaning her debris. Would you mind closing your window? Okay, we're waiting to come in, and it looks like this is a bunch of utilities and rentals and other residents that are kind of leaving that were here. We're just kind of waiting for the police escort to take us. And I don't know how this is going to work. Obviously, I think neither of us have never done this before. So we'll find out. You know, like, do they drive you up to your residence? I don't know.
There we go.
All right. This never gets easy. Yeah, a lot of heavy equipment for the clearing of the debris. And you can see there's probably a trail of what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars? 4 cars, 5 including us.
And then there's an officer in the back, the caboose.
Oh yeah, with another car. Okay.
And then the public is behind them, it looks
And
like.
the public is allowed to be here because, again, like I said earlier, a really bright, happy thing is that Nobu's open. It looks like the beach house is open there too. Yay, Nobu. That's a happy thing. I'm trying, lately, we've been really trying to focus on like happy things. And you know how they say like you can kind of like choose your attitude and whatnot. And that's what I've been really trying to do. I'm like, you know what? Happy, because it's been a lot of sadness lately.
Resident check-in at Malibu Pier, yep, did that. So in case you came down here and didn't know.
Yeah.
And we're back at the roadblock, which is now at the M. It's still kind of, it backed it up a little bit.
Yeah. Just a bit. Thank you. Alright, here we are.
National Guard's still here.
Yeah. I kind of missed that. I was a little zoomed in. Our car is so dirty from like coming up in here. You know, it's the least of our concerns, but all right, I'm starting to see some tags on houses already because that was talked about. They said the whole thing. So yeah, there's red. So where that pink for search and rescue, there was like a pink tab that was on our building. That just meant search and rescue cleared it. And now I'm seeing with those search and rescue clearance tabs that are on some of these houses here on Carbon, I'm seeing the green, yellow, and whatnot attached to it. So, oh boy, yeah, those are red tagged for sure.
We got some
Unfortunately.
K-rail that they're setting.
Yep. What's gonna become of all of this, I don't know. You know, we're giving you more of a POV today, is what we're gonna try to do, as opposed to the, you know, just kind of looking at the sides of the devastation.
This is like what it's like now, as far as being a resident, what it's like at this point, and a resident whose stuff, you know, is still here.
This
Yeah.
Man, it just makes your stomach hurt though. Like every time I kept saying just a couple minutes ago, like I'm trying to maintain a very like good attitude and like I'm trying to choose the joy amongst all of this, and it is the most challenging thing right now when you're looking at this.
It's like a bomb hit. It's just, I mean,
I'm just trying to breathe. Oh man.
and you don't know if some of these folks in this caravan have ever even seen this yet.
Yeah, that I feel like I'm feeling a little nausea from that too. Oh
Sadness
man.
of La Costa.
I'm happy to see some people on the beach. Maybe that's bringing some people some peace.
They were all in white. I think they were in their
Oh yeah.
hazmat suits, but it kind of gave me an interesting, like they were like angels walking on the beach down there.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, La Costa, man, this part hurts. It all does, but this is just.
This is probably. I mean, we haven't seen past our place, so we don't know how bad Topanga is. But this is truly.
I heard it's pretty bad.
This is truly unreal sadness. Oh man, there's people in the suits because they gave us those white suits, and it's just. Look at these people. They're having to go through.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
They're literally going through what was their house. That's heavy, dude.
No, I can't even I don't even have the words for that. I'm just trying to like stick with what I said. I just want to try to like choose a good attitude, but man, it's so hard when you're looking at this. Oh my goodness.
This is right where Ryan O'Neill and Farrah Fawcett's house was.
Man, it's like we keep looking at the beach side, but like what is it?
Look at the arches
man.
right there, how they. The old courthouse still standing.
Yep.
The original Malibu courthouse.
The one thing I'm hoping is that maybe people can find some of their treasures that stayed behind, you know, like that made it, and maybe that'll give them some comfort too. A lot more people up here. Red Cross.
Country Kitchen open?
No, not that I saw. All right, we're at Rambla Pacifico, and again we've got Duke's. Duke's made it. This turn from, I don't know.
It's weird, just starting to see neighbors' cars now.
Yep. Let's see who that is. Feels so empty in here. We took the painting down because that's like one of our favorite paintings. You're just like, you can only grab what we can put in our little car. And again, it's such a deceivingly beautiful day. It's just this whole thing is so hard. Like, look at how trashed our place is. And we're lucky to even have a place that's such mixed emotions, you know. It's just, it's hard. It's sad. It's sad that all this happened. And I hope someday it comes back. And that we're back and our neighbors are back. Alright, Spence is packing some more stuff up. I'm still kind of taking a little break here, and a little emotional break. Grabbing everything you can.
See what weird stuff I have here, yeah. I don't know.
How are you feeling?
When I'm here, I'm in like work mode.
Yeah, you do a good job like
I
keeping
shut
it going.
I don't.
And we're trying to hurry because obviously, you know, we don't.
Just when you haven't gone through your closets in 10 years.
Yeah. You've been here since 2013.
Remember this thing that you attach to your phone?
Yes.
It was
The fan and it like overheated the battery.
Yeah.
We found so many like Disney collectibles. It's crazy.
Pair of independent trucks? Are these Indies?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, yo. You forget what you have in there.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Yeah.
Why do we
No,
even
the
have
phone
that?
just came back on. We're here. Yeah, no, don't come by.
It's a mess.
Just give us a sec. We'll do a quick cleanup. All right, bye.
It's like, why do we even have that?
It's like, because it's vintage. We knew why we have that. We're asking me that question. That's funny.
I know.
That's funny. I don't know what's in here. Let's see.
Never know.
Oh.
What?
Look, that's my other Space Invader.
Look at him with all this stuff. We're not taking BB-8. You gotta stay.
I'm not taking BB-8.
We actually have my BB-8 because we both bought the same BB-8. But Spencer found these really good. Is that the Toshin book?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's good. Good to have that. Main Street Matt sent us this. We have one at our place in Orange County, but now we got the other one, so that feels good. I'm going to try to get a couple of plants out of here because I don't know how much attention they're going to get. And, you know, the life deserves to be taken care of. So I'll probably preemptively grab those. And our tikis, we might grab a couple more tikis. Maybe leave some here to protect the place. It's just so crazy because it's such a beautiful day out here. Let me go outside real quick. Yeah, it's just, again, it's like, look at how calm the ocean is, and it's so beautiful. And then you just look out there and see that devastation, and it's awful, of course. It does make you feel a little bit better. Hopefully we can go down to the beach before we leave, since we're not in too much of a rush like last time. So we'll see.
All right, we came down to the beach for a minute. We've been packing up stuff and trying to talk with neighbors and everybody and just getting a read on what's going on, and just taking a walk down the beach real quick because we got to leave before 6. Curfew's coming, so quick stroll, and then we got to go. And then we'll give you guys a rundown of everything else from the day. And of course, a deceivingly beautiful sunset here at Dog Beach. No surprise, always the best sunsets in the world here, I can tell you firsthand. But it's when we round this corner that everything becomes a bad dream. And, you know, we were spared and a few others. But I'll tell you, it doesn't lose its impact. And I didn't know how we were going to feel when we came down here, but it's no different, and it's like this new reality that I don't want to accept. I really don't. And I still really haven't, to be honest. You know what's weird is that when we were here, those stairs weren't totally burned yet. I don't know if this wall was all the way down yet, was it? Greta. There you go. Reppin' Dog Beach. Bring it back. Keep the energy alive, Greta. Show them. Show them. Do it for magic.
Do it for magic. Come on, baby. Let's go. Say Dog Beach is never going to go away.
Nope. Not if Greta has anything to do with it.
You're doing good. You're keeping it alive.
Good girl. Come on. Come on. Okay, we're headed back. Beautiful sunset. It's a beautiful disaster, like literally. To see the destruction with the sunset, it's I don't know. It's kind of cruel.
It is.
It's a weird thing. There's Jillian's old place, and the palm trees that don't plant palm trees near your house because they are matchsticks.
Roman candles, they say.
They were an integral part of this beach being taken down, sadly. I hate to say it, but yeah, you could see Point Doom from our place now, like from the street.
Yeah, what the heck? So awful.
All right, Duke's is still a kind of a staging area, it looks like. As we head back minutes before the curfew.
Yep.
We're gonna make it out in time, I think. Just in time.
I think so. And we're gonna try to go get some dinner and decompress a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to like process all of that. This time was the most emotional time. Maybe the first time too, but
Yeah, we'll give you guys a breakdown of what happened once we get to dinner, because it's hard to do this in the car. We just wanted to show you the sunset, give you some beauty, kind of show you the reason why people live down here and why they take the risk of living down here. And you're looking at it, I mean, it's stunning down here. You can't deny it. I don't care who you are, you can't deny how beautiful that is. And that's just one aspect of it. So coming through Carbon now.
it's weird with like no street lights or anything.
Yeah.
No real traffic.
We were talking with some of the neighbors, and everybody was saying we hope they keep this closed to the public for a while because there's too much stuff going on.
Also, it's like people are mourning.
Yeah, and there's really no reason to open it up. I don't think we have the 101, so
Yeah.
we're hoping that it stays that way for a lengthy amount of time.
Definitely. I think people need to grieve, and having just, you know, it's a major highway, but like there's no need. There's so much repairs, debris removal, you name it. So I saw that today. There's Maury's is doing a free slice of pizza for first responders.
That's good.
Yeah, that makes me happy.
They deserve more than that, but at least
I think so many establishments are trying to like chip in everything they can, like even.
well, if you're a first responder and you're walking around Malibu, you're getting praised big time.
Definitely. I guess today was the day while we're filming this. Our governor and our president met up today.
Oh, that's good. I'll have to see what
at
happened
Pacific
with that.
Palisades. All right, we're past the checkpoint.
Yep. Colony Liquor's still open. Guess you can walk in there. All right, that was it for that. Diamores. There it is. All right, everybody, it's the next day. We're back in Orange County, and as we made our way out through that beautiful sunset, as you saw, we decided to go up to Agora, Thousand Oaks, Westlake area. We still can't figure out.
I think it's Westlake.
Let's just say it's
I
Westlake.
think you're right. It's Westlake. We're going to call it Westlake.
We went to have dinner at Brent's Deli, which has now become, because it's the second time, it's become a tradition now.
Yeah, we crave it all the time, so we love their food. We love their service. Like, everyone's amazing, and we always end up taking bagels and some deli food to go, as well as some black and white cookies. And I think we did that. It's
interesting because it's always going to be Brent's Deli for us will represent this whole thing that's happening as like, oh yeah, this is where we would come after, driving all the way from Orange County to go and see if we can get in through the roadblock and get the escorts and all the stuff. And so it's just been an interesting thing. And we try to see it for what it is and also, just realize that it's part of life. It's not a pause of life. It's part of life. Mm-hmm. It's like life continues. And so we just kind of, are trying to find little, gems and highlights within that because you have to keep going.
And speaking of highlights, you may notice the lighting is changing a little bit. We're sitting next to our back patio, and there's actually a storm rolling in. So all of a sudden it'll get really bright, and then a dark rain cloud kind of comes over, and then it's really bright. So we're transitioning into that. And that was another reason we were trying to get down there, and at least if we could be on the beach for a little bit, we figured that was a good time to do so. Yeah. Especially with the rain coming in, because now we have to worry about mudslides, especially with that fire being so recent. It's crazy how
even
fast
if
that's coming.
The sad part is even if that fire was over last summer, we would still be in mudslide danger severely. And this just happened, so there's still like the top silt that hasn't even kind of like, some of it I guess blew around last week with that wind. But anyways, the idea that this is the next phase. We survived the first part, and this is now the second hurdle of them finishing stuff on the road and getting everything, the utilities back up and running. Apparently there's power, and we've been notified, but we still don't have any.
Well, I think we've had it in and out, but you have to remember the winds have been crazy, even like they are right now here. So I think they keep kind of shutting them off for the high winds, and that's part of it. So what we're going to do is kind of let you know what's going on at that place, what it feels like, because from the first 2 times we were there, so different. This was a totally different vibe, especially now that residents are allowed in. It was
you're starting to see people again where it wasn't the case the last couple times. We didn't see anybody, and so we ran into a bunch of neighbors and people who've lost their places completely, which I'm not even going to go into all that because it's brutal. And
I think that was probably the hardest part about being there this time. We're grateful that, our place is still standing, but then also grateful that, you get to see these people that you see all the time. But it really, really was hitting me hard. I think I had at least 2 breakdowns while we were in the apartment. And, it's like you just want it to go away. You start to, like, get into, like, a denial of, like, I just want this to not happen,
And when I'm there, I can feel emotions and all that. I'm not a total weirdo. It's just that I have to stay focused when I'm there, and I have to, like, get what the job done that we're there to do. And I can't, I can't go there. So, we got a lot more stuff. Most of it actually
I'd
now.
say we
There's really
got-
nothing.
No, there's really nothing there. Aside from some big furniture, so...
Bed sheets and a bed and stuff like that, but who cares? The thing is that like with this storm coming, we don't know when, you know, if you know, big mudslide thing happens, then it's like, okay, that's another layer of not being able to get in there, like literally physically not being able to get in there. And, you know, all the work that has to be done. I don't know if people realize that PCH is still closed. And I think it will be for a while.
By the way, for people that don't live in California, when we say PCH, because I had a few comments of people going, what are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Pacific Coast Highway, like
Yeah.
the main highway that...
Highway
like,
1.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the main artery on the California coast that goes north-south. And so I think it's important that they're probably trying to get it open for that reason. But the problem is that, you know, as you could see from the footage, that it's so messed up that they're not ready for traffic yet. You know what I mean?
Not only that, but we had a lot of neighbors that, you know, for whatever reason, like they couldn't walk into their, what's left of their lot, and couldn't even get really down to the beach to just go walk the beach. Like that was another
So they're standing on the edge of the
problem.
highway, and they're walking on the edges of the highway, and they're distraught, and they're, you know, so that's why I'm like, yeah, we don't need traffic in there. We don't need people. And the reality of that highway is, it's a 45 mile an hour speed limit, but I can tell you with certainty and experience that people go sometimes 70, 80, and more and higher miles an hour on that road, and you've got people, you know, wandering around trying to put their lives back together, and people are speeding around and doing their, you know, coast highway fantasy, and it's like, no, we can't have that for a while. I'm sorry, I've talked to a lot of people who are like, they should keep it closed for like a year, honestly, and I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of blowback on that, but it's like, go around on the 101, because there's nothing to see and there's nothing to do, and you know, the part of Malibu that is open, where all the commerce is, that's, you just go around and you can access all of that.
Yeah, there's actually, like, from the pier all the way up, there's plenty of Malibu.
Oh yeah, the part we're talking about is such a small.
It's such a small part,
portion.
But then it also goes into Topanga, and I feel like those areas where people are just trying to like mourn and pick up the pieces of their lives, like.
Yeah.
I feel like we've already seen online where people are like, they're just worried about getting to the beach, which is like, it's crazy because there's so much going on right now, and it's like, I don't know how you're not reading the room here.
Well,
not only that, but we have to remember too, the beach is a wet beach, and when we say what's a wet beach, that sounds kind of funny, but there's a tide thing. If you don't know the whole tide situation and how that works, people are just going to end up really not happy, getting wet, getting drowned, getting stuck.
Well, there's no, if you know about like places like Huntington Beach, and you see a picture of it, and there's this big swath, like 150, 200 yards of sand, and then the water. Well, when she says wet beach, what she means is like, it's like a little tiny little rock laden beach up against the highway, and then the water. There is no like expanse of beach at all.
Yeah, you kind of have to know when to walk.
The idea to keep it closed, I think really there's nothing. Most people drive through the section that we're talking about. It's not really a destination zone whatsoever. Like the next destination zone would be Topanga on the eastern portion. From there all the way up into Malibu, into where Carbon Beach is, people don't stop there. Mm-mm. It's a pass through, and kind of echoes to what I was saying about the speed. They really don't stop. They are on it. They're flooring it through there. So there's no reason, honestly, for it to be open to the public at this juncture.
And again, we don't make the rules. We just, after
That's
seeing
just my opinion.
Seeing it
and a
yesterday,
lot of people's opinion.
Yeah, but after seeing it yesterday, and you're just like looking at it from the outside, because we try to like think about, a lot of these people, almost everybody that lost everything, you're going like, this should not be a situation where there's just a bunch of cars and people looking at it, and it's crazy to see. And I admit, like when we're even looking at it, it's kind of like, it's the craziest thing to see. Like, we're only humans. You're like drawn to see what's going on. So I understand that. that's kind of another reason, of course we try to document what we can too, because we're fascinated with how could something like that happen? But we also have to be sensitive to what's going on and try to make these humans as comfortable as possible.
Well,
so that's why we were talking about it, though, just the idea of keeping it closed, hopefully as long as possible, at least until things...
Well, there's so there's no timeline yet. So
no, nothing.
So I can't even really say like, I keep it closed for a year.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, and I said it yesterday to somebody, this is a never before seen, unprecedented type of event that happened. Based on that, the response and the reaction and what goes on next, I think what I've seen so far will also be an unprecedented, never before seen response and like a rebuild and do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? I think the response will be as first time as that thing, mm-hmm. as the devastation itself. Like mm-hmm. It was unprecedented. So will be the reaction, and I'm seeing it because I've talked to people who are like, we're all banding together, all the neighbors, and we're rebuilding. That's meantime they're living somewhere else because of course they have to. But
so that's really good hope to hear and see, and so I think I really do, like, we're trying to really think positive about it, and we're seeing positive things, and
a lot,
and I think we all just collectively have really seen that happen, and I think we're all sending good energy that way. So going forward, that's what we're seeing, and then as far as like our personal situation, we can't really do much. Like, we can only kind of wait.
Yeah,
there's not much we can do.
Game
and
now.
What we can do though is we can support the city. Mm-hmm. We can support our neighbors.
Yeah.
But specifically going back to supporting the city, there has been, again, when we were talking about Pacific Coast Highway being kind of cut off from Santa Monica and Topanga.
Yeah.
I mean, even Topanga Canyon's closed too. So we were talking about it. A lot of these businesses are just, drowning. They're
having a hard time. And most of them also are taking care of, even if they're not advertising it, they're hooking up the first responders, and they're feeding people, and they're being selfless, and they're doing all that rad stuff. And then consequently, they need some business. They need to offset that, and there's really, you can go through Malibu Canyon, which is great, off the 101. You can get in there. You can go through Canaan if it's even kind of a shorter canyon. It's just a little further out.
You can even come up from Ventura.
Come down PCH on Ventura. There's multiple ways to get in. So
even the hotels, they are they're open for business, and they need business too. And a lot of people, the first concern that a lot of people are saying is, but I don't want to take away a hotel room from an evacuee. And they have all assured, like the Surf Rider is a good example. They're right there across from the pier. They're like, no, we are good. We're set with that. We have everything taken care of. Like, we actually need business. So if anybody wants to, book a little stay there, you'd really help the local businesses.
Yeah.
They really, really need it. And I know it's kind of crowded. That's another thing. Like, it gets a little congested at times because not all the roads and everything is open. But if you can support,
the road might be a little bit, but I think there's really no one around down there right now. So it's kind of like you can kind of have Malibu to yourself a little bit and explore it if you never have. Mm-hmm. You obviously can't get near any of those disaster zones, and why would you want to? But yeah, just supporting the town I think is important, and if you can, and GoFundMes of the neighbors that we have posted because they're personal friends of ours, so we're just trying to. Yeah,
even Moon Shadows has a GoFundMe. There's actually I think the Real Inn has a GoFundMe, and that's over in Topanga.
Yeah.
And then if you noticed yesterday, Spencer was wearing a shirt, and I'm actually wearing it today. But this is from a company that we found. This is absolutely not sponsored. We purchased these with our own money, but it's a company called Distant Local, and I'm just going to read to you what caught my eye. Basically, it says 100% of the proceeds for all the Los Angeles product, which is one of these, goes to the Malibu Foundation, which is an organization providing comprehensive need-based relief for the victims of the fires, including the Palisades Fire, Eaton, Hearst, and Sunset fires. This is prioritizing the most vulnerable populations, including low-income families, seniors, and individuals with disabilities and uninsured households. So again, they are a wonderful company. I think they're based in Laguna Beach, which was really, I mean, quite exciting to me because we're from Orange County, but we love LA.
Yeah.
And we have our home there too. So again, it's beautiful. It's got like a map of...
So it's basically... What they do is they have shirts from different areas, and it's like, this is the Los Angeles surf map.
Yeah.
And so it shows the surf spots in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
the popular
really
ones,
cool.
not all of them. There's some little...
And it has some really cool things from Malibu. It even has, I mentioned Surfrider earlier. It has...
it's got the little icons and things. And
it has a lot of things, and I think it's also a fun little map, so you can definitely check them out. Again, this is absolutely not sponsored. It was just...
it's just another way to help, and a way that you can even kind of rep it physically, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. They had mugs, they had a few other things,
a
couple different colors, sizes. I think they had hoodies too, so definitely check them out. They seem like, a great company, and to donate, that's wonderful.
We also yesterday, it was kind of the first time that we smelled the ocean, because obviously when it's a fire, the dominant smell is just smoke, and it's everywhere. And you forget, I forgot what the smell was down there.
Me too.
Because it always, there's a couple smells in Malibu. Said they used to call it Malibu because, there's...
Septic.
Issues with that kind of stuff. And the ocean can sometimes kind of be stinky. But yesterday you could smell the salt air, and it was Mother Ocean 100%. It was crazy.
For the first time in a long time.
Yeah, and that's the one thing about this whole thing that's interesting is, the ocean being there and how that heals and everything. And it's just, I don't know,
it is pretty crazy because we went down there, and you're seeing, amongst the devastation, what's crazy is that has remained consistent is the sunsets are still beautiful. Mm-hmm. The sunrises are still beautiful. The waves are still crashing. They're still there, right? You still have the sandpipers, the seagulls. You have everything. Life is still there. Nothing has changed as far as that goes. Yeah, there's some glass and debris and all that, but it's getting washed away. Every time we've gone down there, it's getting more and more washed away, which is, terrible that it's going into the ocean, but it's still consistent. And something that really made us kind of feel a little bit better is right when we got down there, little Miss Pickles down here just kind of frolicked and took off.
Yeah, that's it. It was like she was feeling the vibe of Dog Beach, and I don't know that there's been a dog down there since this has happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know for sure. Because we know a lot of our neighbors have dogs, but we don't know if they've been down there.
I'm thinking maybe Carl brought the dogs down is a strong possibility, but I don't know. Anyways, she definitely was one of a few that are down there carrying the torch to, keep the vibe, and her energy and her spunk and her little, it's literally what it is. And you feel like that as a human too when you're down there and you're walking in the sand with your shoes off, and it's unbelievable. And you, or I could equate it to feeling like a kid at Disneyland, or something like that. It's like that, those things that really tap your inner soul type of thing. And so she was feeling it, and it was really cool. And that's what it made me think of. That's why I put the footage in the video of her just running and stuff. And it was I didn't really have any context for it in the video. And I thought normally I would put music to that and all that stuff. But for all these videos, I can't put any music in yet, or maybe I don't know if I will. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. And, so that's why you're seeing it kind of the way you're seeing it.
But it did cheer me up, though. I have to say that was 10 minutes of some joy that I much needed. It was just seeing the joy on a little dog's face. Nothing made sense to her. She knew nothing of what was going on, and to see a little bit of just pure joy. I don't know, it kind of uplifted me a little bit.
Well, and it's the sunset. I said it in the video about the sunset being like, this is why, one of the reasons why people love it down here and they are willing to take the risk. And, you know, her enthusiasm about it says it right there. Like, even the animals know that it's an amazing thing to live on the edge of the earth and on the ocean, on the edge of a continent. And it's like, there's something
it's a special
amazing
thing
about it. And so we don't lose sight of that. And, you know, I think that's why, again, I keep repeating myself, that's why people are going to rebuild and stay and all that, because it's that good. And that we get asked the question all the time about that, like, why would you stay? And like, why there's so much, you're like, well, I don't know. It's a give and take. But anyways, we're going to keep going with this, you know, sporadically, because that's just kind of how it's going to be involved in our life at the time. And we're going to keep, you know, keep the channel, you know, going the way it normally does with our rotation of things.
Yeah, we're still going to do our normal things. And this channel, we try to do some new things here and there, but we like to do a lot of the same fun things.
It's our life.
It's our life.
It's our life, really. And so the balance of our life, which is the things that you'll see on our videos, whether it's Disneyland, Costco, Vegas, Palm Springs, beach,
yeah, that's
whatever.
our rotation.
That's what we do. Even if the cameras were off, we'd be doing all those things.
Exactly.
So this is one of those things now that has been forced into our life. We have no choice, but what do? You deal with it, because, you know, you can't really, when things you can't control, you just have to kind of roll with it and just, you know, so that's what we're doing. And
even if we're not at our place, though, something I want to try to do a little bit more if we happen to be up there is take you around the town. I know a lot of new subscribers have asked, can you take us around, show us places that you like to eat? And it's a double win. It's a win for the viewers that have never seen it, but then it's a win for the businesses that we can highlight. And we've built this big audience. Like, I would love to open the door and help to support these communities. And same thing with Pasadena, you know, like Pasadena and other parts of LA. Yeah. We're going to try to, you know, uplift and boost them to the best of our abilities, all while having fun and living our best life. And that's what this is all about.
That is. And, thank you for watching, you guys. Continued gratitude for all the comments and the support. It's been overwhelming, and you guys, you know, you're the essence of what this is, because it keeps it going. And we will continue, like I said, with the channel stuff and the fun stuff. And the Malibu story will, you know, it'll come in when it happens.
We'll keep you along with it as it's happening.
Stay tuned. It's an ever fluid situation, and the goal is to be back there. You know, like we were before. So I feel like we're doing this Disneyland thing. The goal is to get back to Disneyland. Like, the goal is to get back to Dog Beach.
Yeah.
Here we go again. But thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks to our Patreons, and we will see you next time on Best Life and Beyond. For Katie, Greta, and myself.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.